This is Chris Bagels. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bagels, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both my TikToks. So I'll be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my AEW Dynamite March 22nd, 2023 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. Now we kick off the show with a 6-man tag team match, but actually, before that match even happened, we actually kicked off the show with Adam Page, and Adam Page was checking on the Young Bucks because they was getting loaded up in the ambulance. We don't know who attacked them. They got laid out. Kenny Omega was good, but yeah, Matt and Nick Jackson went to the hospital and everything. Adam Page jumped into the ambulance where Nick Jackson was at. Kenny Omega can't go because he got some match later on tonight. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good start in Dynamite though. But then we get to the first match of the night. It was the AEW International Champion, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, and Sting versus The Butcher, The Blade, and Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford at ringside in a 6-man tag team match. And it was a pretty good 6-man tag team match to kick off the show. Now, we see Kip Sabian jump off the top turnbuckle. He gets caught in the air. Sting locks on the Scorpion Deathlock, trying to make Kip Sabian tap out. That's when the Blade comes up, punching Sting. Sting wouldn't let go. The Butcher comes up and starts attacking Sting, and both of them had to keep on beating down Sting to break up the submission. So yeah, they finally got the submission hold broken up. Darby Allin comes in trying to help Sting. He starts getting beat down. And then we see Orange Cassidy coming in as well, hitting the orange punch onto the Blade and stuff, taking him out. So the Butcher and the Blade got knocked out of the ring. And then we see Kip Sabian try to hit a suplex onto Orange Cassidy, but Orange Cassidy reverses it into the stunner. And then Cassidy runs to the ropes and he jumps through the second rope with a suicide dive onto the Blade, and then Darby Allin comes up hitting his stunner onto Kip Sabian as well, and then he runs out the ring hitting a suicide dive onto the Butcher as well, and then that's when Sting grabs Kip Sabian and hits the Scorpion Death Drop. So yeah, that's what happened there, and they pinned it for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Sting, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy defeated the Butcher, the Blade, and Kip Sabian tonight in a 6-man tag team match. That's what happened. Pretty good match to kick off the show. I give that match 3 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a tag team match. It was the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Austin Gunn and Colton Gunn, the Guns, versus Dante Martin and Darius Martin, Top Flight, in a tag team match. And this match, it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. At one point, we see Dante Martin jump off the top rope with a nice moonsault onto Austin Gunn. He pins him 1, 2. Colton Gunn barely breaking up the pin at the count of 2. But then outside of the ring, we see Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, the Kingdom, come down, and they started attacking Darius Martin outside of the ring. Dante Martin goes out there, stopping him and stuff. He gets back in, but then he gets hit by the Guns' tag team finisher move, and he gets pinned for the 3 count. So yeah, the Guns defeated Top Flight tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. I give that match 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it a pretty good one. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then we see Darius Martin chase after the Kingdom through the crowd. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then after that, we see Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, FTR, making their way down to the ring. The Guns didn't want them to get into the ring, but they got into the ring anyways. And the Guns was like, no, we don't want to see y'all or anything like that. And Cash Wheeler said, we got some business to take care of. And they was like, no, we don't care what you guys say. And then Cash Wheeler was like, how about this? We face y'all in a tag team match for the tag team titles. If we lose, FTR breaks up. And the Guns did not want to hear that. It was like, nope, we don't want to deal with y'all. We're tired of y'all and all that stuff. But then Dax grabs the mic and he goes like, here, how about this? If we lose, we just leave AEW for good. And the Guns was like, so you're going to leave AEW for good if you lose? And they was like, yeah. And then they was about to shake hands up until the Guns spit in FTR's face. And FTR chased him out of the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment. But then after that, we see Renee Paquette interviewing the TBS Women's Champion, Jade Cargill, Layla Gray, and Smart Mark Sterling backstage. And yeah, Jade Cargill was talking about Taya Valkyrie and all that stuff about her still in her finish move. And then we see Smart Mark Sterling having a cease and desist paper about to get sent to Taya Valkyrie for still in the move and all that stuff. And Layla Grace says she'll handle it this Friday on Rampage. So yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be seeing Stokely Hathaway versus Hook one-on-one up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was the FTW champion Hook versus Stokely Hathaway, and this match became a no disqualification match. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, before this match even started, Stokely Hathaway grabs the mic and he starts talking about how he's not medically cleared because of his hand and all that stuff. So he gets a doctor's note, and Justin Roberts grabs a note and all that stuff, and it was just a receipt for Wingstop. So yeah, it was on a doctor's note. The referee tore a report, and he starts the match. Match starts. Stokely Hathaway tries to run through the crowd and everything. Hook catches up with him, beats him down, throws him back over the barricade. He grabs a steel guardrail from underneath the ring, puts it in the ring in the corner. Stokely, he was on the other side of the ring, and when Hook went over there to grab him, Stokely used a fire extinguisher, spraying it into Hook's face. He grabs a steel chair and gets in the ring, trying to hit Hook with the steel chair. Hook kicks him in the stomach, starts beat him with the steel chair, lifts him up, hitting a exploder suplex onto the steel guardrail in the corner, and then he goes for the pin. 1, 2, Hook lifts up his shoulders at the count of 2, and then instead he locks on his submission hold, making Stokely tap out. So yeah, Hook defeated Stokely Hathaway tonight in a one-on-one match. That's what happened. And then backstage, we see everybody from the firm watching this match. Ethan Page, Big Bill, Matt Hardy, and Private Party was all watching this match, and Matt Hardy's hyping Ethan Page up, talking about, you could go beat Hook. And Ethan Page was like, I know. And that's what happened there. So yeah, for that match between Hook and Stokely Hathaway, I'll just give it 1 star just because it was entertaining with Stokely Hathaway getting beat up in a no DQ match. So yeah, that's what I'll give it. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, so we had Adam Cole come out to talk and stuff. He grabs a mic and he starts talking about how in 7 days he'll be making his in-ring return back on AEW Dynamite, and we're going to see who's going to be his opponent for Dynamite. And then all of a sudden he gets interrupted by Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia comes up telling Adam Cole to shut up. He beat the likes of Bryan Danielson, Eddie Kingston, and multiple others in matches and stuff, and he could beat Adam Cole and stuff like that. And Adam Cole pretty much, kind of like accepted the challenge and stuff, talking about how Daniel Garcia is not ready and all that stuff, how he's been gone for 9 months, thinking that he was never going to return, maybe never again in the ring, but now he gets a chance to make his return, and next week on Dynamite he will beat Daniel Garcia in a match. So yeah, that's what Adam Cole said. So yeah, that match is now made official. Adam Cole versus Daniel Garcia one-on-one next week on Dynamite. And then after that, we see Kenny Omega getting interviewed, and then we see Don Callis talking to Kenny Omega, talking about how this is the best thing that could have ever happened with the Young Bucks going into the ambulance and stuff like that. And Kenny Omega is pretty much because, that's his friends and stuff like that. But Don Callis saying it's a good thing. They'll be okay. They'll heal up and everything. But this is a one-on-one match that you need to focus on and stuff like that. And Kenny Omega pretty much kind of like agree that he has to focus on his match later on tonight. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff. But up next, we're going to be seeing Jon Moxley versus Stu Grayson one-on-one up next on Dynamite. So yeah, that match will be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was Jon Moxley with Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, the Blackpool Combat Club, versus Stu Grayson with Evil Uno, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds, the Dark Order, in a one-on-one match. So yeah, Stu Grayson versus Jon Moxley one-on-one. It was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. Jon Moxley almost won this match at one point. And by the way, he never bleeded in this match, surprisingly. But yeah, Moxley almost won this match. We had that bulldog face front locked on, trying to make Stu Grayson tap out, but Grayson fought out of it and everything. And then at one point we see John Moxley tried to hit the Death Rider onto Stu Grayson, but Stu Grayson reversed that with arm drag and stuff, beats down John Moxley, and then he climbs up the top turnbuckle. John Moxley climbs up there with him, starts beating him down up there, beating him upside the head and everything, and then he hits the Death Rider off the top turnbuckle. So yeah, avalanche Death Rider onto Stu Grayson, and then John Moxley pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, John Moxley defeated Stu Grayson tonight in a one-on-one match. That's what happened. Pretty good match. I give that match 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that match, Renee Paquette was interviewing Ricky Starks, and Ricky Starks pretty much wants Juice Robinson this Friday on Rampage, talking about how he lays out open challenge. He can answer it or not. He's still going to fight him. So yeah, that's what Ricky Starks said. But yep, that's what happened there. But yeah, later on tonight, Kenny Omega still got that match later on tonight in the main event. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Tony Storm versus Sky Blue up next in a one-on-one match. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was Tony Storm with Saraya and Ruby Soho, the Outcast, versus Sky Blue one-on-one in a match. So yeah, Sky Blue versus Tony Storm one-on-one. It was a pretty good match. During this match, we see Ruby Soho and Saraya keep on trying to interfere and stuff. At one point, we see Sky Blue pushing down Saraya. Not pushing down Saraya, pushing down Ruby Soho during this match. But then we get to the very ending. But we get to the ending of this match where we see Tony Storm hitting that hip attack onto Sky Blue in the corner, picks her up, hits a German suplex onto her, and then spikes her with Storm Zero, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Tony Storm defeated Sky Blue tonight in a one-on-one match. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. I give that match 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after the match ended, Saraya and Ruby Soho gets in the ring. They get the spray paint can. They're about to spray paint onto Sky Blue. But then all of a sudden, we see Willow Nightingale and Hijo running out to the ring, saving Sky Blue, chasing off the Outcast. So yeah, that's what happened there. I guess pretty good segment. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then after that, we see Stu Grayson getting checked out and stuff by the doctors. And then he gets attacked backstage by John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, the Blackpool Combat Club. So yeah, he got beat down, got choked out by John Moxley. So yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be getting that main event. Kenny Omega's matchup will be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was the main event. It was a one-on-one match. It was Kenny Omega with Don Callis at ringside versus El Hijo del Vikingo, I think his name is. First time I've ever seen him, but he's really good. If you have, go check out this match. This match was really good. At one point during this match, we see El Hijo put Kenny Omega on the table outside of the ring, and he springboarded off the top rope with a 630 splash on Kenny Omega through a table, which was very nice. Almost getting 3 count right there, but Omega kicking out 2. And then we get to the ending where we see Kenny Omega hit the V-trigger onto El Hijo, and then he tosses him to the ropes. Now El Hijo reverses whatever Omega was about to do into a sunset flip, pinning him, but Omega barely kicking out at 2. El Hijo beats him down. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the 630 splash, but Kenny Omega moves out of the way, so El Hijo crashes and burns pretty much, hitting his back on the mat and stuff. And then he was getting up to his feet, but then he gets hit with the V-trigger by Kenny Omega, and then Omega picks him up, hitting the one-winged angel onto El Hijo, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Kenny Omega has defeated El Hijo del Vikingo tonight in a one-on-one match. That's what happened. Really good match. I give that match 4.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. That was match of the night right there. But then after the match ended, Kenny Omega was celebrating, but then he gets attacked from behind by John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, the Blackpool Combat Club. So yeah, they was beating him down and everything. But then all of a sudden, we see on the big screen that we see an ambulance coming back to the arena, and it was Adam Page. So yeah, he gets out the driver's seat. He comes down with a 2x4 with some nails in it and stuff. He gets in the ring, but then the Blackpool Combat Club quickly got out the ring right there. And then Don Callis starts grabbing Adam Page's hand, but then he acts like he falls, like he pretty much acted like Adam Page was the one that attacked him, but Don Callis threw himself to the mat. Kenny Omega turns around and he goes like, "What the hell?" And Don Callis was like, "Yeah, he attacked me." And Omega is pretty much talking to Adam Page, and then he walks out the ring with Don Callis. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff though. But yeah, like I said, I give that match 4.5 stars as the main event. For tonight's AEW Dynamite episode, I'll give it 7 stars as well. It was an okay episode. I like the main event, but some of the shows, But yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, that has been my AEW Dynamite reviews. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Daniels, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll be down there in the description box, and I'll see you guys later for this Friday Night SmackDown reviews. See you guys later. Until then.